Hello, my name is Laura Dixon and today I will be presenting a risk management plan for Whittaker's. Whittaker's is an exceptionally popular confectionery company here in New Zealand. They specialise in quality chocolate and have won New Zealand's most trusted brand for 9 years in a row. Whittaker's was established in 1896 by James Henry Whittaker, seen here on the right, and has now had 4 generations of the Whittaker's family working for the organisation. This cycle shows the risk management process. First, you plan by identifying the risks. Do is the stage where you plan to treat the impacts of a risk or modify the likelihood of the risk occurring. Monitor, are the control measures working? And review for continuous improvement. Risk number 1 is product contamination. Customers could get food poisoning from Whittaker's products because of things such as mold, allergies, or even chemical contamination. The likelihood of this occurring is low, as from my research, Whittaker's have very high standards of food safety and take precautions to avoid cross-contamination, so this would minimize any risks of this happening. The impact is high because food contamination can lead to serious illness if it does occur, and could require hospitalization or in extreme cases, death. This could cause a bad reputation, loss of customers, or even shut down the business. Manageability is a combination of likelihood and impact, so for the risk of product contamination, Whittaker's is a medium. Risk number 2 is equipment malfunction. The likelihood of this occurring is high, as equipment can easily break down. The consequence is medium, as it can create a shortage of the product, put stress on staff, and waste productivity. Manageability is also a medium, as it could either be a quick fix or it could be more serious depending on which machine or piece of equipment has malfunctioned. Risk number 3 is natural disaster. The likelihood of a natural disaster occurring is medium, as flooding and earthquakes can be common in New Zealand. The impact of a natural disaster is high because you cannot plan for one specifically, and there is often no warning, and they can also do a lot of damage, leading to things such as the organisation not being able to export their products, import ingredients, or having to shut down the factory completely. Because of the unpredictability of natural disasters and the damage they can cause, the manageability level is high. Risk number 4 is competitors. The likelihood of competitors entering the market would usually be high, but I have scored this as a medium for Whittaker's, as they are a very well-established brand, and as I mentioned earlier, they have won New Zealand's most trusted brand for 9 years in a row. The impact is low, as I believe even with new or existing competitors in the market, Whittaker's would not lose much business because of their well-established consumer base and reputation. And because of this, the manageability level is also low. Now that we have identified 4 potential risks in the planning stage, we move on to the do stage, which is a plan to treat the impacts of the risk or modify the likelihood of the risk occurring. Here are a few steps Whittaker's could follow to minimise the risk of product contamination. Implement a food safety plan and update it regularly. Enforce personal hygiene. Train staff on food safety practices. Pest control and properly dispose of rubbish. Have regular cleaning procedures and properly label ingredients and products. To minimise the risk of equipment malfunction, Whittaker's should schedule routine maintenance of equipment and machinery to keep on top of repairs, train staff on basic fixes and how to properly operate machinery, have a system to follow when something does break down in order for it to be fixed promptly, and invest in quality equipment. To minimise the effects of natural disaster, Whittaker's should have protocols and procedures outlined in a staff handbook for employees to become familiar with, provide a work from home option for some staff if the workplace is unsafe, ensure all staff know the evacuation procedures to ensure quick and safe evacuation. To minimise the impacts of competitors, Whittaker's should strive to keep their reputation of being a well-known and trusted brand, continue to provide quality products, and ensure effective and interesting marketing campaigns to entice new customers. The final 2 stages in the cycle are monitor and review. To monitor product contamination, workers must closely monitor any changes to the risk, like a breach of food safety standards, ensure all staff are knowledgeable and understand the food safety plan, and report any breaches. Equipment malfunction. Do a routine check of all equipment and keep on top of maintenance. Natural disaster. Subscribe to emergency alerts and keep emergency protocols and procedures updated. Competitors. Keep up to date with competitors' products and marketing to ensure they are not a threat to the business. And finally, to review all risks, the organisation should regularly complete pestle and internal analysis to determine factors that affect their business. A review of all risks should be done regularly to ensure for continuous improvement. By completing a pestle, internal analysis and risk management plan for one organisation, it is clear to see they are all linked and overlap like a Venn diagram. Doing so gives you a complete overview of all potential risks an organisation can face, and it can help an organisation implement comprehensive plans for the future, including ways to minimise impact, review, and monitor risks. Thank you for listening to my presentation today, and I hope that you're not craving chocolate too much by now.